Hello and welcome to another video and another location, a new location for me this time. The twin flight locks, which is locks 4 and 5 here on the Welland Canal. I'm just stood on the embankment, which is like a grassy knoll, just by the side of the road, which is looking straight down on the lock here, which is draining currently because very shortly, you can just see behind me, is Csl Whitefish, which is making its way up through number 4 and is going to come into number 5 very shortly, which is part of the twin flight locks, which we'll take note to lock number 6, which is just up here. So I've got a time lapse running down there to give you a nice perspective of the vessel coming in, and I'm going to also try and get the drone up while I'm up here as well. So join me as we watch the Whitefish Bay come through the twin flight locks. All right, while we wait for Whitefish Bay to make her way up here, I'm going to put the drone into the lock to give you a good look of what the lock looks like from close up. We don't always get these perspectives of seeing things really that close up, but by myself having the drone, I allow you to see things a lot closer than what most people can get to see, if you know what I mean. So let's get the drone in there, and then we'll get some nice shots from up above, and yeah, have another video for you.
This is Lock 5 of the Welland Canal. One of the 8 locks that lift ships up and down the Niagara Escarpment between Lake Ontario and Lake Erie. Lock 5, like its twin locks nearby, was completed in the early 1930s as part of the 4th and current Welland Canal, which officially opened back in 1932. When drained for maintenance, the lock reveals its immense concrete walls, steel gates, and the culverts hidden inside. Tunnels that channel water in and out to raise or lower a ship by more than 40 feet. Seeing the lock not full gives you a rare look at the engineering beneath the surface, the hidden infrastructure that keeps the vital shipping route running smoothly between the two Great Lakes.
Once again, folks, I'm getting you as close as I can to these boats that come through the Welland Canal and sell these Great Lakes. Just like this one, Whitefish. This is an amazing vantage point I've been on, it's great. Looking right down into the lock is phenomenal, it really is. You really realize how high up you are and how big these locks are when you stand where I am right now. Very shortly it's going to be in position, and that hands-free mooring thing will then hold on to the ship. So that yellow thing has already gone down, and that is called the hands-free mooring, or HFM system, which uses remote operated vacuum pads to hold the ship in place during lock transit. replacing traditional mooring wires. I mean, back in the day, remember, it used to be a horse and some wires. Even to this very day, you see that down at the Panama Canal where they use those electrified buggies with lines casted out to keep the ship in a certain position in the locks. But here they use these suction pads. And the technology significantly increases safety and operational efficiency by reducing transit times and eliminating the risks associated with breaking ropes or wires. So once the vessel comes to a complete stop, those pads will lock on and they'll hold the ship in place as it comes up. Now I think I just heard, I don't know if I got it turned off, but there's a, what I can imagine was that suction sound of those pads holding into place, because the ship's come to a complete stop and I did hear something and it sounded like a couple of things just sucking, like holding on to something. It's like a sudden boom. And then, yeah, it's not moving now, so I imagine that's exactly what it is. And should start seeing this vessel rise up very, very shortly. All right, and now she starts to rise. I'm just sitting here like a kid, watching all this unfold. It's fascinating.
Out here on the Great Lakes, few sights are as impressive as this. The Csl Whitefish Bay. Sleek, powerful, and built for one purpose. Moving Canada's cargo with efficiency and precision. This ship is part of Canada Steamship Lines Trillium class, a new generation of eco-friendly bulk carriers. They're designed for lower emissions, better fuel economy, and faster unloading. The future of lake shipping. But it's also what's called a Seaway Max vessel, the biggest size that can fit through the St. Lawrence Seaway locks. 740 feet long, 78 feet wide, it squeezes through the locks with just inches to spare. So here's the difference. Seaway Max describes the limit, the maximum size allowed on the Seaway. And Trillium Class describes the design, CSL's high-tech Canadian-built ships that push that limit to the max. The Csl Whitefish Bay isn't just a ship, it's a symbol of how the Great Lakes fleet keeps evolving, blending tradition, innovation, and the power of Canadian engineering.
All right, there you have it, folks. You don't get much better than that. As the Whitefish Bay went into the lock, Sue was coming out. The drone's still up looking down right now. What a beautiful shot that is of the two vessels just passing one another. One in, one out. Amazing. I just want to tell people about a certain feature on my YouTube channel. You can opt to do if you want to do. I've never asked for anything on this channel apart from like and subscribe. That is it. I don't have a Patreon account or anything like that, but I do have a little thanks button next to the like and subscribe. If you want to contribute to this channel and its upkeep and stuff like that, please feel free. If you want to tip me a coffee, or if you're super flush and you've won the big lottery win in the States or in Canada, you're more than welcome to chip in and buy me a new Sea-Doo. It's up to you, no pressure, but the little button is right there if you want to press it. It's just a way of saying thank you, and it just makes me feel a lot better. I feel like I'm doing something good. I'd like to thank those people. Sorry, the one person that's already done that so far who bought me a coffee last month. You know who you are. Thank you very much. You're a doll. Thank you. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Until the next one, stay safe, look after one another, see you all very soon, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Take care.